So there's a couple reasons why sprinters should bench press. Training in the weight room, there's a couple things we want to try and improve on. So weight room is not specific to the sport. The weight room is to train general qualities. So upper body, when we're doing upper body, we can do a couple things here. So when we train in the weight room, there's a couple things we get out of really heavy strength training. One is increased high threshold motor recruitment. That's just a higher neural drive. Think of it as the more force output we can put. So when we're sprinting, that is a very high output exercise. But there's only so many sprints and jumps we can do. That's where upper body comes into play in the weight room. So doing upper body is a nice way to complement the sprinting or jumping stimulus without overly fatiguing the legs. So today we're building into some heavy doubles. So this is the compound lifts. So you need some big lifts to accomplish this. All right, so there's a couple things we want to train in the weight room. Sprinting is a very high threshold, high stimulus output. Training in the weight room should be very similar, and that's why I do believe sprinters should do upper body. So this is set 2 for 2 reps. So the goal with upper body for speed power athletes is not to just get a big bench press, get big show muscles, although that does look cool. It's just to create greater outputs. So this is a global stimulus we're looking for. So today we're doing doubles, working up to hopefully 255. That's all the weight room is. It's a global general training. So with my sprinters, they bench press year round. Dumbbells do not work the same because it is a more stability exercise. And if we're looking for high neural outputs, we need a barbell. We need a compound lift. You cannot load 255 on dumbbells unless you're doing 125s per dumbbells, which is extremely hard. And even then, if you're doing that, you should be doing more on the bench press. So when we're looking for outputs, highest drive possible. So when you're sprinting, the arm swing is extremely important. We have our pecs, our delts, our triceps, and our lats. So those are big muscle, big primary movers. So when we're doing training, you cannot neglect those. That's like setting up a car. The car only has 3 wheels, you feed it by the 4th. You need all 4 to move efficiently. Same thing with training. We cannot neglect our upper body just because it's not the sexy movers. It's not the main muscles for jumping and sprinting, but it's still a secondary and it's still super important. All right, so that was 245, going 255. If you want to know the secret to lifting more weight, you get a spotter and tell them not to touch the weight unless it comes crashing on your chest. Then you're forced to get it up. Right? Huh?
My hands are behind my back.
That's what I like to hear. So, especially when you're getting into season, you cannot heavy squat, heavy power clean year round. If the goal is elastic training, you have to be doing a majority of the jumping, plyos, sprinting, all that stuff. So the weight room has to be taking a decrease. A way to increase or maintain that high motor unit recruitment to get that neural stimulus that you're trying to get out of the weight room. Because remember, it is a general training quality we're looking for. Doing bench press once a week just to improve that RFD, that high threshold motor unit recruitment, which is crucial in every aspect of training. So remember, your body connects head to toe. Our nervous system gets stronger at sending those signals. You get stronger at sending those signals all around the body. So it's not just your pecs getting stronger, it's a whole body stimulus. There is actually research to people who got hurt, let's say on your right side of your arm, you keep doing training on your left side of the arm. When you come back from injury, that right side is actually stronger. So it's called a crossover effect, I believe. You maintain like 10% that output. So in summary, if you really want to maximize training for a sprinting or jumping athlete, I highly recommend doing some kind of compound upper body lift year round, just because it's not fatiguing the legs. Yes, it is a generally fatiguing, so from a neural perspective, it is fatiguing, but you're not actually messing up the connective tissue in your lower body. So when you're trying to decrease the weight training, you can still maintain a high output via bench press, military press, some kind of barbell training overhead, even weighted pull-ups, just some kind of high threshold exercise. Just your body, just because you can still get those cool general qualities, still maintain the freshness when you're doing the elastic type training, but that way you can maintain somewhat strength qualities year round a little bit easier. Because like I said, if we train our nervous system in one part of the body, it counteracts to the whole body. So those are my thoughts on bench pressing for sprinters. I believe there's a psychological benefit to doing upper body training. I believe when it comes to confidence, if you look a certain way, that has a big impact on confidence. Like if you're overweight or you're not comfortable in your skin, you're gonna lack confidence, especially at a track meet when you're showing a lot of skin, especially in that skin tight uniform. You look good, your shoulders are good, your arms are popping. There's a certain level of confidence that comes with that. I'm not saying you have to get jacked like a bodybuilder, but some level of definition goes a long way from the psychological standpoint, just from building confidence that I believe can actually help your performance, not because you're getting better or faster or fitter, but just because you're walking bigger, you're prouder, you're like, just more confident stepping on the track or the field or wherever it is you are. Like, yeah, I'm the man, you know? So not, again, you don't have to do any kind of crazy bodybuilding style, but some kind of muscle definition goes a long way with the psychological effect of training. So for the end of the day, I just finished off with a little pump, some accessory work. So I did 3 rounds of 12 close grip bench press. I just did this at 155. I started maxing out sort of from like 12 to 10 to 9 or 8. Then I went to 12 single arm dumbbell rows with a 2-second pause up top. So it's really trying to squeeze all the traps and lats and all those big back muscles behind the scapula. Really trying to just feel that my muscle connection. Then I finished off with 10 parallel push-ups. It was like push-ups, pull-throughs, I forgot the name, kick-throughs. I forgot the actual name for it, but these got spicy real quick. Then finished off with 2 rounds of a max parallel L-sit hold. This turned into more like a V, but solid pump to end the day.